What's up, y'all? So, have y'all ever had somebody at work or just in general try to make it seem like your dreams are impossible and you can never make it? And you get what I'm saying? You crazy for having a big imagination. This happened to me recently, y'all. So, I work at security. I sit in a car. I'm a mobile security guard. So, I sit in a car and at the front of the driveway where the buses, where people pull in. I'm right there. I don't even have to drive the parking lot. Um, to most guards, they ride through the parking lot. I don't do that. I just sit right in front of the driveway where the truck, where people that's leaving work that they catch the city bus drop them off. The people that's coming in and out, I check their badge, all that. Anyway, so boom, y'all. I sit in the car. Every day I go to work, I have me a journal and I have me a book every day when I go to work. And I have my camera, this camera right here that I'm carrying. And it'll be in my backpack. But I have these books and stuff. I'm carrying this in my hand. I'm finna let y'all know how people be watching you and studying you and learning you. So one day I go check in because I gotta, when you get to work, you clock in, you check in, they want to inspect your uniform and stuff. So I go check in. This man was standing there. He was like, "What's going on?" We got to talking. He's saying like, "Oh, she a conversationalist." Like, I'm telling him about different moves. We was just talking about little stuff like that. So I end up going to the car to work. The next day, this man started coming to the car. Yeah, he started coming to the car for about 2 weeks straight. I asked him, I always ask people, what's your zodiac sign? Because you don't have to believe in astrology, but I do. I like to read people. I like to know who I'm talking to. Therefore, like I can know how your mindset is. He's a Virgo. That clicked to me. I asked him that like the third day he started coming to the car because I'm like, this man, he want to ask me a lot of questions. He's trying to get to know me. He's a Virgo. He want to observe me. So boom, he got to talking to me. He seeing me journal. What you journal? I'm like, I write affirmations. I'll be writing all types. I write poems. I write songs. You get what I'm saying? That's my dream. That's what I want to do. I've always wanted to be an artist. And he seen me with my camera one day. He was like, what's that? I said, this a DJI Pocket 3. I said, this a viral camera. A lot of people on YouTube, TikTok and stuff been getting it. I said, I got this for vlogging. I'm just telling him, he learning me like some young folks shit. He just got to being real negative. So as he talking to me, y'all, over time, like, okay, she got her head on her shoulder. He get to asking me different stuff about. Y'all, it's so much I done talked to this man about. Then he tried to tell me about men and this, that, for trying to test my mind, because he really an old cat that really want to get down on a young girl. So once he's saying I really wasn't going for none of that, he keep going like she ain't going. You get what I'm saying? Then he try to play me one time and say, my nephew would have got you. I said, Drake, baby, your nephew could have never got me, because that was what we was talking. We was talking about how women be paying men money, and I was like, I never pay a man to come deal with me. Never. I ain't paying no man to come and mess with me and this, that, and the fourth. And you try to act like you heavy. This, that, for he just talking to me. And one day he talked so long, he just irritate me out. Just talking. I just zoned out. The old me would have argued back and forth with him all day. The new me, I just let people talk. You can't argue with everybody. And I forgot to tell y'all this. He catch the bus. So that's why he'll come and sit at the car with me at the front of the driveway and wait on the bus there. So he's seeing how I'm talking. He know I got my own apartment because I told him. I didn't tell him too much of my business. But you know how you having a conversation. I ain't telling my rent and all that. I just, I got my own little place. And I told him, I work another little part-time job. I took little basic stuff. It ain't too much. So he, like, she working and got her own stuff. She young, ain't got no kids, So he like I said, he catch the bus. He pull out a stack of money. I keep some money on me. I can buy me a car. First of all, who said you couldn't buy you no car? Now you judging yourself through me. You thinking I'm judging you because you seeing that, oh, she got a car, she got this. You can't judge nobody. You don't know what nobody got going on. You don't know what people got going on. I might be over at this apartment. I probably have a car in the apartment and just struggling and miserable. I don't judge nobody. You just don't know, sir. I used to be just like you. I wasn't catching a city bus, but I used to have to Uber everywhere I went. Uber back and forth to work. Catch a lift back and forth to work. The insecurity started to kick in. So then he had did some, and my spirit just started telling me like, this man is negative and low vibrational. It was like after he showed me he had a stack of money and how he always buying the girls in the warehouse drinks and stuff. I'm like, bro, I don't care about that. You get what I'm saying? And then he pulled the I got a car, I got a car. I'm like, he did so much. So the next week come by, y'all, and I'm in my journal. What you doing? What you writing? I said, I'm writing a movie script. He rolled his eyes. For who did he? I don't like stuff like that. Don't come around me like that. When I tell y'all, my spirit said, I was just waiting on him to get away from me. I just got quiet. He said, for who? I said, maybe I can write movies one day. You know, it's a dream of mine. Maybe I can produce my own movie on Tubi or be a big superstar. This, then, before he gets to telling me how my cousin, A-Ball G, them will tell you that music industry ain't is hard and this hard and it ain't possible and this, therefore I promise y'all this what this man said. He was trying to tell me how, like, if you didn't come from a family, he was like, if you ain't never come from a wealthy family, a rich family, it's no way you could really ever have none. Now remind y'all, this man is 50 some years old. He's an older man. This is the mindset that he have. This is sad, and I'm not judging him, but it's just the truth. That's just how I feel. He was just telling me like it ain't possible, and you gonna have it hard, and this, that, for. And when he started telling me that at that moment, I look back in the conversation that we had prior. He been slick down to me when he was coming to the car, telling me little stuff like, "What you doing this for?" and this and for. I said, this man is miserable and he's a hater and he is judging himself through me. Because, baby, I'm not thinking about you. I promise I ain't thinking about you. You get what I'm saying? People will try to down you, y'all. I promise. Like, people will try to project themselves onto you. You get what I'm saying? This man tried to tell me success wasn't possible. You get what I'm saying? He was saying making music is just not possible. You can never make it. You get what I'm saying? And then throughout the weeks when he was talking to me, once he seen he couldn't get over me like with the money, like how, women, he breaking females for money and all that. He's saying I was talking like, I'm not heavy on giving no man my money that I didn't work for to come and deal with me. It ain't that serious. He seen that I was intelligent and everything he talked about, I had something back to say, and it wasn't against him or nothing. It just was, we agreed to disagree on a lot of stuff. Like, sir, you can't talk around my head. I'm not no gang goofy out here. Like, I know what's going on. You get what I'm saying? He switched everything to politics. He get to talk about Trump. Trump doing this and Trump doing that, because he switched the conversation to where he felt like he had more knowledge over me. You know what I mean? People be insecure, y'all, and be projecting. And when I tell y'all, you have to know, you gotta know how to protect your energy out here. You get what I'm saying? You have to know how to protect your energy out here, because it's the people out here that'll break you down. But let me tell you something. The trauma that I've experienced from my family, I done been around family members and stuff that already, like, I went through that trauma in my past where people tried to make me feel like I couldn't make it and I was crazy and it was impossible to set me up for the real world. It's people out there like that in the world too. Never let nobody try to bring you down and project themselves off of you. Protect your energy, protect your peace, and know what you want. And that's what I learned from that situation. And I'm not judging that man at all. You get what I'm saying? He just have a mindset of, he probably was a young person that set in his mind that nothing is possible. You get what I'm saying? He older and saw a young girl out here that got a big imagination and big dreams and tried to down me. You get what I'm saying? And he probably didn't even mean no harm, y'all. That's just how some people are. And something else he tried to do too, he gonna tell me too, you unorthodox. I think I'm pronouncing it right. He told me that you unorthodox. Now, first he said you weird. I'm like, what you mean I'm weird? Unorthodox. Because this little wig I'm wearing right here, this crochet, I had shaved my hair off, and I was on this camera, y'all, on my phone. If you got a DJI Pocket 3, you know they got the app on the phone where you can pull up the videos. You can Bluetooth it to the phone on the app and pull up the videos. And I was saying, I was looking at the video that I posted. You can go on my page and see where I was shaving my hair. And he was like, you shave your hair by yourself? I said, yeah, and I made this weed too. This a weed, you know. You weird, unorthodox. You do everything yourself and this, that, and forward, telling me. Because in previous conversations that we had throughout the past 2-3 weeks, y'all, I had told him, you know, I decorate cakes. You know, I've been to culinary school. And when I'm talking, I'm not talking to bring nobody down or none of that. We was having a conversation. I'm just telling you what I do. You telling me about stuff and we talking. So he observing everything about me, y'all. Do you know this man was at that point, he tell me, you weird, you unorthodox, and this, that, and forth. And I was like, you know, I've always been different. You know, I got my own stuff going on. And, you know, he get to telling me about the girls in the warehouse. It's some girls in there that's like that. It's some basically trying to tell me, like, you ain't special, you ain't nobody. It's some girls in there that's quiet and stay to themselves. It's some girl. I said, this man is weird. I'm not downing myself or trying to put myself on a pedestal toward the next woman. I just know I'm gifted. I know I'm talented. I know I'm different. I know myself. So, yeah, that man, I promise y'all, he irritated me. And when you get in tune, y'all, and you get tapped in within yourself, and you get closer to God and closer, get to know yourself, stuff like that, people like that will come around, and I promise your intuition will tell you, like, this ain't right. Because 3 weeks ain't long at all to me. In 3 weeks, I figured out this man is miserable, and I'm not trying to down him. This man ain't happy with his life, and he trying to down young people. And he probably had potential. I think all of us got potential. All of us are talented, but he didn't believe in himself, and he tried to down me and belittle me and try to compete with me and pull out money and tell me that I want none. Tell me how his nephew could have broke me. You get what I'm saying? Rolling his eyes when he see me writing like I'm crazy, and I'm just, you know, like it wasn't possible for me to make it on YouTube. That's another thing he did, y'all. And I was like, I told him I want to do YouTube, and you know, it's hard. I promise. He tell me it's hard to do music. It's hard to do this and that. He was telling me it's hard about YouTube. He was just saying so much in different. That man tried it, but I didn't let him. He did. He tried to tell me I could never make it on YouTube. He did. He was like, that ain't possible. Like, them people that be on YouTube and stuff, them be people that didn't really gave it they all, and you get what I'm saying? Everybody on YouTube don't blow up. It's just specific ones. I promise he did. He was just telling me all type of stuff. He did. But what stuck out though, that stuck out when he was telling me about the YouTube and it wasn't possible to make it in the music industry. And my cousin 8Ball G, them, they'll tell you. You get what I'm saying? And what else? He was like, you know, I'm weird, I'm unorthodox. And when I was telling him, you know, I'm unique, I've always been different. Try to compare me to other women and make me feel like I ain't nobody, you know. And I couldn't make it. He did. So I'm not letting that get to me, y'all. That motivated me. The older me would have let that sit and sunk in me. Because my auntie told me before, one of my aunties told me, my stick to cook and singing ain't going to work for you. That's motivation for me now, y'all. I'm posting every chance I get. You get what I'm saying? Whatever you want to do is possible. It's going to happen. It ain't it's possible. It's really already happened. If you see it in your mind, if you see it, you feel it, it's happening. I know I am an amazing artist, writer, poet, singer. You get what I'm saying? YouTuber, content creator. I know that. And I see it and I feel it. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to keep going. And whatever you want to do, let this, what I'm telling y'all in this video, them people, it's people out there that's like that around this world that will bring you down and try to tell you you'll never be nothing. You can do it. You can do it. I remember, which one of Michael Jackson brothers told him that, I think it was Thriller would never sell something. And he did. And that's one of the, I think that is the best selling album of all time. I think Michael Jackson Thriller is the best-selling album of all time. Let me see real quick. Let me check. Is which one of Michael Jackson brothers told him Thriller would never sell? And is Michael Jackson Thriller album the best album of all time? And that man is a legend, and he's still making billions and billions and trillions of dollars. While he's no longer here, it was Jermaine Jackson. He had doubts about Thriller. Michael Jackson. The best seller of all time is estimated of selling 70 to 110 million copies sold worldwide. Y'all, oh my God, 110 million copies of that album. Come on now. And his brother told him they would never sell. His brother told him that album would never sell. Yeah, that's on that album. Y'all, look. Come on now. So, I love y'all. Thank you for watching this video. Peace. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what y'all think about, you know, what I just told y'all. And like I said, I promise, I'm not trying to down that man. Because before I end this interview, I want to say this. I said interview. This video, I want to say this. What I have learned about people, you got to look at the root to why people are like that, the way they are. You get what I'm saying? He probably never believed in himself. So he seen somebody that believed in himself. Like when you find somebody that's always talking about somebody and talking about how they ugly and this, that, and for, they feel like they ugly. You know, so I ain't down to him. This just how he is. So yeah, again, peace and love. Like, comment, and subscribe on this video.